Welcome back, everybody, to some more Crusader Kings 3. We are now united as the nation of Wales. I am the King of Wales, probably near the end of my life. King Howell II is 63 years old, along with Queen Gadja of Wales. And we've got 5 members of our family that are currently ready to get married, so we're going to go ahead and start lining those up. We can arrange a marriage for my daughter, Hema. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, so let's look for alliance power. We're always looking for those alliances. We got a 12-year-old here from Nottingham. That might be a good choice. I guess the other option is prestige gain. Something we can think about. Here's one in France. House of Carling Grandmont. That might be a good one. Oh, here's another Irish. We've been doing a lot of intermarrying into the Irish kingdoms, because that actually might work out for us if and when we do decide to go that route. So just to follow up, at the end of the last episode, I posed a question not only to all of you, the viewers, but especially to our War Council over on Patreon, which we've got several dozen folks now, and they overwhelmingly voted that we should focus right now on building up Wales and making ourselves a stronger country before we think about expanding into Ireland. So we'll do that, and we'll see what happens in Ireland in the meantime. Now we've got a couple of grandchildren that can get married. Let's take a look here. My grandson could marry my granddaughter. I don't know that that's ideal, though it does happen. It definitely happened a lot. Visigoths, 33 years old, though. That's kind of young. Let's marry into the Carling family. Let's do that. We'll start with those two. We'll worry about the others later. All right. There's a marriage proposal. Accepted. Let's see if the other one is. That's a betrothal, so we won't worry about the other betrothals just yet. Oh no, I have been overwhelmed by stress. Lately it feels like I'm constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Oh boy. With all the hardships of my everyday life, it is all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. What should I do about them? A trip to the brothel will bring relief. I really feel like not okay with doing that, but I'm already at negative 64 piety, so I don't think I can spend more piety. Brothel it is. I am now rakish. My brother March died. Was that the one that was the... my dear Gadja, I might not have loved you. But yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You're always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There are so many things left unsaid. I hope you find peace, Gadja. My wife dies just as I go to the brothel. How interesting that was. Yeah, my brother March was the one who was, I think he was a bishop, so he never married. 2 of my children died in war previously, but Hema, we've married off to Ross. Let's see, she's in Gelders, Constance. My son and heir, Prince Tutus. So he's also my spy master. Let's see, what about him? He's a callous knave, of course he is. And then Princess Maria, she's betrothed, but she's 23. That's just her future husband is not old enough, that's why. Not entirely sure that getting remarried is the best idea, but we've got this Anglo-Saxon woman here who's 16. You know what? Let's do it, shall we? Can't really hurt. It gains me an alliance, and it might give me a few extra children in the process. Let's take a look at our succession laws, because I'm a little concerned about this moving forward. We're going to go, I'd love to go primogeniture, but I don't have high crown authority, so unfortunately it looks like I can't change any of these right now. And in order to get high crown authority, unfortunately the Welsh culture does not allow for us to do that. It doesn't have the royal prerogative innovation. We have to wait for that to happen. So, unfortunately, we're kind of stuck right now. And we have 4 titles that'll be lost on succession because they're going to be divided up among some of my other folks. So I'm a little concerned about all that. But not a lot I can do about it at the moment. All right, King Howell of Wales rests in the arms of the Lord at 65 years of age. He died of old age. Once famous for his looks, fate cursed him with a long life, or with a life long enough to witness his beauty slowly wither away. King Freog ascends to the throne, having mastered many skills. He is sure to be admired by his subject. He's just 11 years old. This is my grandson, I believe. Yeah, because my son predeceased him, and so the realm went to his son. This is something, he just turned 12. Something that happened, for example, in England when you had a situation where King Edward the Third died before his son, or died after his son, Edward the Black Prince. And so the Black Prince's son, Richard, who was very young, became Richard II, and that did not go well. So hopefully this goes much better for our king. He's not currently betrothed to anyone, so we can be thinking about that. And in this case, I definitely want to look for the alliance power. We've got a daughter of the King of England. That might be helpful, at least right now. Here we go. We've got someone from Bavaria who's the same age as me. She's the daughter of the King of Bavaria. I actually kind of like that idea. Let's go ahead and shoot for that. A German wife. Excellent. All right. So there's a faction created against me by my uncle, Prince Tudus. So that was the son of the previous king. A faction to install Maria on the Welsh throne. Why Maria and why not himself? That's kind of interesting. All right, we're going to have to deal with that. So it's interesting that my uncle would want to install his sister rather than himself on the throne. Right now, it's not a big deal. There doesn't seem to be enough to really make it an issue. Let's go to our council because I think we need to add a few new folks here. This guy here, Duke Padrig, could make an excellent spymaster. So let's go ahead and assign him. That's a great score for spymaster. How about steward? Not as great. We got to recruit this person to court and assign them, although they'd actually make a better chancellor. Got a 16 skill there. Let's swap that out. There we go. He's only 5 though, so now we need to find somebody new for steward. Darn it. Anybody else already has another role. I have to go down to 8. We're gonna have to find someone better to be steward. I just noticed that I gained Cheshire when I passed on the throne to my grandson. So the realm has actually gotten bigger. We're kind of cutting into England a little bit, which you can see has taken most of the Jarldom of York away, which is nice to see that there's very little presence of the Vikings, at least in the southern half of Britain. There's still a lot going on up here in Scotland. Also, we do have a raid going on that we need to deal with. So let's go ahead and raise our forces and deal with that. Go ahead and slow down the time a little bit. Oh. Yeah, I think we ought to be able to handle these guys. It's a pretty good army I have. They're superior quality. Oh, yeah, that's it. Run away. Oh, we caught him. Excellent. He's actually got an advantage. That's a little surprising to me. The advantage is going down. So I think we may yet win this. Oh, there it went. Yeah, I think we got this. The Battle of Caerphilly. Brutal. Seven knights, he has 5 champions. There we go, there's a victory. So let's take a look at the results. I love the details that you can get from these battles. You can see my knights, how they did. My 7 knights killed 138. That's incredible. One of them was wounded. His knights killed 81. And then you can see how many losses versus how many kills for each of these different groups. Levies, not so good. We need to get less and less of the levies where possible. Oh, interesting. We're at war. Greetings, King Frog of Wales. May you live in harmony and contentment, except for the fact that I'm going to invade you now. Your occupation of lands which rightfully belong to me can no longer be tolerated. It is time that I see them returned to my possession. He's got 8,000 men? What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know that there's a lot I can do about that. I don't have enough strong allies. Oh boy, I didn't see that coming. Call allies to war. The Duke of King of Bavaria, I'm not sure that's going to be enough. We can call Ross as well, but again, I don't think that gives us nearly enough troops. Mine are down to just 443. Yikes. I think in this case, the best thing I can do is let him have what he wants. So we're going to let him take Gwent. It's just one territory right here. It's obviously part of the historic territory of Wales, but it's just not a war I can win with the allies that I had. Even with all my allies joining, we had half the number of men that he did, so it just wasn't worth it. My spy master comes to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill me. There's a murder you scheme exposed. What do you want to bet? It's my sister who is my heir to the throne. She's 20 years old. She might be trying to take this from me. I bet you that's who it is. I was tricked into coming with Tudus into the forest to play, but Prince Tudus hid and never emerged. I was crying, stumbling across branches and shouting for help when a path of fey lights lit up before me. Following the whispers and giggles of the forest folk, I found my way out of the woods and home to safety. I do not know who was behind this, but they must be found and brought to justice. What adult would be this cruel? Oh, I think we know. This feast is loud, adults are boring, and the food is not very good. I'll gain the trait shy. That's fine. We gotta deal with whoever is trying to kill me. My aunt Murigul was killed by my cousin Mortimer Murgis during the siege of Thurso. Family things happening. Not very good ones either. All right, good news here. We have converted one of our territories to the true faith. Let's look at our faith map now, because that's going to help reduce the chances of rebellion. We've got a couple more. Cheshire, these two here. So we're going to get our bishop to continue working on that. Convert faith in county. Let's go here. It looks like the scheme against me to murder me has been abandoned, thankfully. What's going on here? I finished my education in the arts of warfare. Even if I did not achieve much, it is a relief to finally see some results. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I've become. The friendship I shared with Maria meant a lot to me when we were both young. I wonder if Lord Howell remembers the things I put him through when we were young, my cousin. I am a man now. I lost the trait pensive. Wedding celebration. With my marriage to Queen Altrudis, the realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. Yeah, I don't think we need the prestige. We're doing pretty good already. I think I'd rather have the finances. No lifestyle chosen. Okay, interesting. Let's do learning. We haven't done learning yet with any of our folks. Scholarship focus. Let's do that. I'm now the culture head of the Welsh culture, which makes sense because any king of Wales is going to be. It would be surprising if I wasn't. I don't think we're going to work on any declaring of wars or fabricating claims. Let's look how we might best invest this money. And right now, honestly, I think the best thing we can do is put it into something that's going to generate more tax revenue moving forward. All right, here we can get hill farms for 100. That's pretty good. Some of these can be upgraded significantly too. How about right here? Same thing here. Hill farm is going to gain 0.3. So between those two, that gains us 0.6. So that's an investment that's going to get a return pretty rapidly. Oh, this is excellent news. Lord Howell, my cousin, has a really high stewardship skill. Right now we have somebody with 8. We're going to change that to 18, which is going to increase our income. I'm looking now for what I want to do is I want to increase control in a couple of my counties where I don't have a lot of control. I've got to look and see where I don't have control, but I know there are some places where we've got that issue. Let's pause for a second and look. Oh, we've got a siege going on here. Alright, we don't have a lot of control there. We can't even see the control of some of these places. We only have 9 here in this territory. 14 there. Let's do those. Fate smiles upon me. My wife is pregnant, so this is going to bypass my sister as heir to the throne, regardless of whether it's a girl or a boy. Cousin released. That's good. Cousin left prison. We're just waiting to see what happens with the child. The right to rule Wales belongs to Countess Maria of Lothian by divine right. No, it doesn't. Are we going to go to war? Yes, we are. Rally the troops. We're at war. Let's take a look at this war. Oh, it's Prince Tudos. It's my uncle. I should have known at some point that was probably going to happen. Alright. They've got about equal numbers to what we do, so that doesn't worry me too much because I have allies I can call if need be. Maria would be an excellent spy master. Let's place her there. Okay. Raise the army. Few knights. We're going to need some more knights. Call our ally, King Dagrick. That should get us what we need. Let's see where we're at on the war then, in terms of soldiers. Oh yeah, 3,500 to 1,200. I think we can handle that, assuming he sends me... Oh, somebody's already fighting. Who is that? My son and heir. We're going to name him John? That works. I'll go with John. No sense in getting crazy with the name. I think we got this one. Our knight was wounded by Earl Adgar. My injured cousin has been wounded and the injury runs deep. That's not good. He's severely injured. Did we just lose? We did. Battle of Caerphilly, we lost. Oh, we could use some... Ah, there's the allies. King of Bavaria has arrived. We're laying siege and then we'll move. Actually, I'll go ahead and start moving now. Let him finish that siege. Oh, see, he's going after my capital now. That's a problem. Hey, you want to come down here and help him with that? Because we're going to lose this otherwise. Here they come. I'm going to lose, but then he'll come in to help out. Oh, made him move anyway. That's the good news. Gotcha. My chancellor's been injured. He's already blind. Now he's injured too. Oh, that's bad. New learning perk available. Anatomical studies. Pedagogy. Wards can get additional skills. Oh, I like this. Cultural fascination progress, 35%. Alright, I lost the war. I'm not even sure why. It said that they accepted my surrender, but I didn't even surrender, and we had the larger army on the map. We were laying siege to one of his towns, and all of a sudden it popped up and said that I surrendered. So I don't know what happened there. But there are 2 people who stand between me and re-inheriting the throne. And it starts, of course, with my aunt. So first things first, it's time to scheme to murder her. Yes, I'm a little stressed out because I'm trying. I'm going to get drunk to overcome the stress. Gonna unlock a new lifestyle perk. Yeah, none of this matters until I get what I need. So hold on a second. Yeah, I'm second in line for the Kingdom of Wales. So here's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna switch what we're focused on, because what we need to focus on right now, what is this? Oh, I don't think I want to gain more stress. Oh boy. I'll do it myself. Anyway, what I need to do is I need to focus on intrigue for a while. My spy master Maria approaches me with a wicked grin. My lord, this pouch contains a powder most nefarious. If sprinkled on top of something, say a gift for Queen Maria, it leaves no trace but will affect whoever touches it with weakness and ill humors. Well, well, well. 8 years? The scheme has a 10% chance of progressing each month. Well, well, I should say she deserves a gift. Yep, let's do it. Give her a gift covered in something. That'll be a start anyway. Got an empty council position. We need a new marshal. A queen to scare, a local mystic with dubious morals, and a fabricated omen. Perfect. Before the mystic leaves for Queen Maria's court, there's but one question. Will my false omen be one of fortune or of doom? Good omen, lull her with false security. Well, let's see what happens. Ah, the murder scheme gained progress. That's excellent news. We need our spy master, who's excellent, by the way, to support schemes. That's going to help move this along. Queen Maria is being attacked by Countess Kinrith. It doesn't really help me a whole lot right now, because even after we take her out, we've got to take out the next person in line. My spy master has come to me with grave news. Someone is trying to kill my son and heir, John. Oh, well. Jeez. All right, we're 10 months away from the murder scheme. We've got 9 agents that can be invited to this. Let's see who we can convince. 90. Oh, that's a lot to bribe. I think I'm going to hold off on that. Is there anybody that's a little more convincible? I think that's the best one right now. That's a lot of money. I don't really have the ability to afford that. So the Queen just lost a war, and in losing the war, it dramatically ramped up the odds that we're going to be able to successfully murder her. Now, I thought about something, and I thought about it. Oh, geez, the existence of the plot was just discovered. That's going to make things a little harder. All right, let's do it anyway. Queen Maria is dead. Now, what I was starting to say is, what I didn't think about was the fact that if someone else comes to the throne, I may not remain next in line. I should have killed the person in front of me in line to the throne before I took out the queen, so that I would have been next. Because I'm not sure how that all going to... Yeah, see, now I've lost my place in line to inherit the title. So what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to press it the old-fashioned way, which is to declare war for the throne. There we go. We're going to declare war for the throne of Wales. We're going to raise our army, and then we're going to definitely call our allies, especially the King of Bavaria, who I will most desperately need for this. Come on, King. Put your daughter back on the throne of Wales as queen. Take on that army that was just fighting. Oh, I'm going to lose. Darn it. But here comes Bavaria just in the nick of time. Help me out, father-in-law. I'm the new dynasty head, but that doesn't mean a whole lot if I don't win the war. Got a couple of new council positions. I don't really have a lot of extra people available for that right now. Alright, hopefully this is going to be enough to get this done. Mainly because of my allied armies, not because of my own. New perk for the intrigue lifestyle. Truth is relative. I can fabricate hooks. Interesting. Let's go up to Cheshire. Oh yeah, easy victory that time. You have not cast your vote for the heir to the Kingdom of Wales. Oh, I vote for myself, clearly. Interesting that we're using election. Oh, it's all people in that dynasty and not in my own. That's not very helpful at all. I can't choose anybody that's not... Yeah, forget that. I'm not voting. I'm taking this country. I'm the rightful king. Even in the midst of war, children are born. So we're going to go ahead and... after Ethelred. Interesting. Yeah, we'll go with that. So I'm just kind of sitting tight on the capital with my army just because I'm afraid they might sneak in and mess things up while my allies take everything else. See, like this. They start coming at me. So my allies can go in and wipe out the army that they had. And hopefully eventually we push this thing till it's over. A lot of wars going on at the moment all at once. Whew, that was close. Dang. I'm still losing the war though. I'm not entirely sure why. It must just be... Yeah, they're occupying other counties, that's why. Alright, I just matched my sister to a marriage that I think should gain us another ally, which seems to be necessary at the moment. Oh, we can ask the head of our faith for gold. That's very helpful at the moment. I don't see... Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's call this ally to war. Excellent. Thank you for the gold, and thank you for the alliance. We just need to get some more troops in here to try and lay siege to whatever areas are left. Because I think my friends from Bavaria have sent their troops home. Here they come. Alright, so the good news is we've turned the tide in the war. The bad news is that the queen that overthrew me is slowly but surely losing territory to England. Which, even when I get my kingdom back, there's not going to be much left of it, unfortunately. So, she's just destroying the thing, unfortunately. We just got to get back what we can and then worry about the territory later. She lost another war. Please don't tell me she's going to lose more territory. Stop fighting wars and giving up territory. It's mine. Conflict is no longer against my cousin, but against my aunt, Queen Constance, instead. It might be wise to reevaluate the situation. Well, here's the question now. What does it look like? Okay, she doesn't have that much more in terms of an army, so... Who's her husband? Okay, so I'm not too worried about that. The goal remains the same. Demand conversion. Catharism. It's an organized Christian faith. No, especially not because you asked me to. What a mess this all is. My uncle, Prince Tudus, was slain during the Battle of Wrexham. I was taken out not by the woman I was at war with, but by somebody else who put a claim on her for that title. So this overthrow of me and taking Wales has just completely wrecked the nation. Completely wrecked it. It's being torn to pieces. It's being fought over by all of these other greedy people who have a claim on something. And there's just really very little of a country left for me to even fight for. Alright, while this is all still going on, our son has come of age. So now we get to choose an heir for him. And we've got a really good option right here. Earl Edwine, who I think we're actually been at war with. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I don't know if that makes it possible. Looks like I've been released. I definitely need some more money, unfortunately. I think the main thing is right now we need to call our ally to war. We're at 76% towards victory right now. But the more, the merrier. Here comes Earl Edwine's troops. Perfect. We just need to push this to 100% and I can claim what's left of Wales for myself. There it is. I think we've got it, even though I'm in jail at the moment. So be it. We've regained what's left of Wales, which unfortunately is far less grand than it was, but I am once again a mighty king. I'm going to wrap it up right there because that was an absolute mess, and I've got a huge mess to clean up now. So let me know your thoughts about all of that if you followed it. And we'll see what happens moving forward. We'll see if we can make something of all this. First, I got to get out of jail, though. So drop a like if you would. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.